17 things you should never, ever, ever do to your house. And I read through this and I'm like, it sounds pretty good. One of it, I was like, what? I did not know that. And I'm a realtor, so I'm going to share with you. So apparently number 1 is getting rid of your only tub, which I don't know. And this is like number 1 right off the bat. Is like, do not get rid of your old tub, because they say that no matter how much you like a walk-in shower, you're going to lose buyer who love a good soak countertop, which I don't know. I mean, I think in other area, maybe that would be true, or other part of the country. But here in the Bay Area, nobody likes tub. Even me, I have kids, and I don't even care for tub. But so when I see a house that has all shower, I'm like, that is fantastic. In a lot of bars I work with, they're like, we would rather have a shower than a tub. Number 2, leaving the cabinet door on while painting. Yeah, this is definitely a no-no. It will be more work if you leave it on. You definitely need to take it off, make life easier. I agree with that one. Number 3 is putting starchy food down to disposal. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things you shouldn't, and starchy food is definitely one of it, because depend on the season and the weather, it can definitely clump up and it can clog your drain. Yeah. And number 4 is planting a tree close to your house. Like 100% agree on this. You really shouldn't plant it too close to the house, because number 1, if you have a drip system or you're watering, the water can go into your home, or it can weaken your foundation. You don't want that. And that's actually like really important when you're buying a house too. You want to make sure that the sloping from your house is going to be downward from your house, because if it's sloping inward, when there's rain or when you water anything, the water can drain backward into your foundation. You don't want that. If you're planting like a bush or a shrub, maybe not too bad, or like even a fruit tree, their roots didn't go too far down. But any of the bigger one, like your oak, your maple, your golden maple, redwood, those are like no, they do not do it. As close to the sidewalk as possible, or maybe to the border of the bound of your lot. Those roots go very far, and they will buck all of the cement sidewalk. You will see them. Number 5 is flushable wipe. Yeah, California doesn't like flushable wipe, so don't flush that. You're gonna end up clogging your pipe.
Yeah.
Now, covering wallpaper with a water-based paint, or simply painting it over. Yeah, don't paint over your wallpaper. You need to take it out and then paint it. And I know nowadays most people don't really use wallpaper anymore. It's not here in the Bay Area anyway, unless you're going for a very specific look. And that's more your personal preference. When you sell, you probably want to get rid of it. Number 7, this one I did not know, and I did make the error of this. Number 7 is painting an exterior brick.
Right.
So the reason is that you shouldn't paint it, because then it basically will kill the brick and it will weaken its structure. So they said brick need to breathe and the paint choke it, which is true, because it's porous, so it can take in moisture and it can dry out through the weather. And so they say if you do that, it may even cause the foundation to crumble. I'm like, whoa, I paint my exterior brick. So I'm like, yikes. And I was like, is this really true? Is this really true? Because I see plenty of people paint over the brick. Their brick fireplace. A lot of the older home are brick fireplace, and I've seen like almost everybody painted over. Nobody wants that terracotta color bricks. The easiest and I think most economical is to paint it over and give it a fresh look. I mean, I paint my exterior brick wall, but it's more of a decoration than it is a structural, which is probably fine. And then for us, we don't have like snowy winter, so I don't think it'll be too bad. But that I did look into it. I was like, is this really true? I look into it. I'm like, yes, the brick does need to breathe, and so if you paint over it, you will kill it. Number 11, changing your mailbox without checking with your HOA. I'm like, and this is the reason why you do not want to live in an HOA. They control everything. They control the color that you can make a house. They control the color of your curtain. They control rules of every exterior. So that's
even the fences that you were going to put, they will control everything. Okay.
Yes, they have a certain look that they want. They want the community to look all the same and no personality. So everything must be the same and according to the rules. So yeah. But the upside too, if you have a really good HOA where they properly manage the community can be really beautiful. Like the one that makes sure all the trees are trimmed, the grass are cut, and they water it, they take good care of it, and they paint the exterior or they change the roof on a timely basis. That is a good. So yeah, actually this is a tip for buyer too. When, let's say if you're buying a townhouse or condo, they are going to have HOA. It's so important. You actually want to look at the HOA package. You want to see what the rules. If you're planning on having pet, you need to know what their goals are, right? If you want to look at their quarterly or their monthly meeting, you want to see if they are planning on putting any new assessments. So let's say if they're planning to redo the stair, or if they maybe redo the roof, if they don't have enough reserve money in the HOA, they will put in an assessment. Or let's say if all the exterior balconies are old and they need to be replaced, right? If they don't have enough reserve or they weren't planning on that, they will charge each individual a cost. Yeah, so it could be like $10,000, $15,000. And that has happened to quite a few HOA where, actually it happened quite a few years ago, even before COVID, where there was this one unit, if I remember correctly, it was in Berkeley. They was having a party and everybody was in the balcony, and the balcony collapsed and a lot of people got injured and somebody also died. So then it was a huge thing, and a lot of the community started looking at their balcony and see what structural, what is the structure and if it needs to be repaired or replaced. And I know one of the community, we were looking with my seller, they were planning on replacing all the balcony, and they were charging the owner of each unit over $10,000 just to do the repair and replacements of it. So you want to make sure you read the note of the meeting, because that is where they will talk about any upcoming proposal. And then you want to look at the financial too, which I know some people are like, yeah, I love looking at number, all the analytics out there, but there are people who are like, I can't stand looking at number, I don't get it. But it's important you actually want to look at their financial and their budget, because you want to see how much reserve does the HOA have, because with every monthly payment, you are paying into a reserve, right? This is like money setting aside for future maintenance, maybe a future roof or painting of the exterior or whatever planning that they're planning to do. Do they have enough reserve for that, for all that? And do they have extra in case something unexpected happens? So like, so you want to have an HOA that have a healthy reserve. Okay. A couple other one on here, leaving the host connected in winter. That doesn't really apply for us in California. Our winter are so mild compared to everybody else. Okay, what else? Cleaning windows on a sunny day. This is actually an interesting one. I think they do have a point on that. I mean, if you do want to do it, you could do it, but you got to be fast. Because, you know, if it's too hot, it will dry fast, and then you get all these stain on the window. You don't want that. Or number 15, watering grass at night. I am definitely have violated this rule many times. Is that, well, on the surface it seems smart to water in the evening, right? Because like the electric rate is lower, you don't have the sun to evaporate it. Right. And apparently, the moisture will cling to the grass at night and it promotes fungus. And so it's better to water in the morning when the air is cool. I mean, if you have an automated system, then yes, have it water at 5 a.m. But we don't, and we use recycled water. And I'm like, I'm not going to wake up at 5 in the morning to water my plant, or at 7 because I'm going to work. We're just going to water.
Yeah.
So those are what I want to share out of the 17 things.